this quarterback situation going to look like next year? I know we got 8 minutes to talk about it, but
I like Gunnar Hope's chances.
Yeah, he wasn't even around. He wasn't even around at the end of the year. I mean, you never saw him, so I'm going to say Stroud probably has the inside track, but watching him go out there on the field, if you put him side by side with Fields, one looks like a fully grown man and the other one looks like a high school senior. So he's going to get killed if he goes out there with that frame as he is right now. I don't know what he's probably listed the exact same thing as Fields, but he doesn't look as sturdy as Fields. And so he's got a lot of work to do. I think they all do. And the good news is they have 8-9 full months to get ready to go. I mean, I know they're not going to get back in for another week or two probably when Nick's gonna ring the dinner bell and say, okay, it's time to get back in here. But that day's coming because they don't want to lose a day. And particularly they do a week of spring football before spring break. Now, my kids go to Ohio State. I don't even know if there is a spring break this year because of COVID. They may have just done away with it and tried to contract things. So maybe that'll change their spring football schedule. But usually they start like the 4th or 5th of March, which is like 7 weeks from now. So, football will be back here before we know it is kind of the moral of this story. And hopefully, as you guys were alluding to earlier, they get a full spring, a full summer program where they can throw balls to one another, 4 nights a week for 10 weeks in a row or whatever and get down that timing. You've got a guy like Olave. You don't see him really projected first round anywhere. And one of our guys had heard his dream and his goal was to be a top 15 pick and make the big money. And as of right now, he doesn't project that way. Now, maybe if he goes to the combine and shows some amazing stuff, they would move him up there. But I think that there's a 30% chance maybe he could come back, probably less than that. But the question in his mind's got to be who's going to get me the football. And, that's a $64,000 question right now. I mean, these guys all come highly recommended, but we've never seen any of them throw a ball in a live game, and we didn't get to go to any practice. We've never seen any of them throw the ball, period, except in warm-ups. So
right.
God only knows.
I think they're back by February 1, and before you know it, it'll be that Harley Davidson day and all this other stuff. But getting, you talk about Stroud frame or whatnot, get them in a situation to where they're not all being sent home to go work out and have backpacks full of rocks and building wooden squat racks in their driveway or whatnot. Let them have the time that they're supposed to have with Mick and his staff and those frame. And I'm probably the most out of shape on the beat, so I shouldn't be talking about any workout drills or anything like that. But I think you put them in you put them in that type of situation. Those young players will end up being turned into hardened steel before you know it. And I guess back to the original question, I think Stroud probably has a little bit of an edge over Jack Miller right now, but don't sleep on Kyle McCord coming in as a true freshman. It's not like Miller or Stroud really had a lot of experience in terms of real world game experience. I think Miller had 10 to 14 snaps this season on offense. I think Stroud had like 8 to 10, somewhere like that. So it's not like McCord is coming in completely, behind, other than has a year behind them in terms of being within the system, hearing this is this and that's that. But I'm going to put McCord in there as a dark horse.
Yeah, I would agree. He's coming in this winter to vie for that starting spot. I agree. I'll go with Stroud. He is listed at 6'3", 205, and as I was going to say, as Kevin said, get him in that weight room for winter. He should have been in there last year, and it was for a little bit, but you get another year in there, and I know they like him. He has the athletic ability that they also like, as we saw this season, but it's going to be interesting to watch. I personally would like to see spring football pushed back a month. There's for everybody or whoever wants to, because really distance yourself from the winter by an extra month. Start in instead of starting like the first week of March, start the first week of April. You don't have to deal with spring break because Ohio State, the way they do it, they have practice for a week, then they go on spring break for like 2 weeks, and then they're back at it. Try to distance yourself from the cold weather a little bit, and it doesn't matter whether you end April 20th like normal or May 20th. Maybe there's some vaccination coming at that point. Just maybe things are a little bit more normal in April, May. I don't know if it will be. Being a multi-million-dollar football program, I assume all of these guys will have access to the vaccination before the normal us loser public people. So get them all vaccinated because they deserve it because of what they've done for America. But I'd like to see spring football push back a month and then maybe try to resume some normalcy.